Hey everyone, so Chama here again. This time I'm bringing you a deck that you have seen around in ladder a lot. So it's gonna be Sejuani and Gnar. So this is one of the first combinations that you might have seen when the expansion drop. But this version adds a couple things that were not present before, right? So the way that this deck plays is that you're taking a lot of the value from the bundle packages, right? So and combining them with Sejuani, giving you like an alternate win condition where you can lock down people with Sejuani, and you can usually just win through your overwhelm damage, through all the damage ping that you do, or through just locking them down through Sejuani. So it's kind of like a pile. Like it doesn't make sense at first. Yeah, like it doesn't make sense to combine these champions and combine like this deck, but it ends up working out, right? So just off the bat, you obviously have your obvious low cost units that are able to both trigger Sejuani and also trigger your transforms from the Gnar and the Tinidactyl. So the Chemists and the Stone Stackers and the Tusk Speakers are all great low cost cards that can push some damage to the opponent while also triggering the level of condition for Sejuani. We have the Conchology because of all the value that you can get because this card is just busted. We like the 2 poison darts. So it's a nice way to again trigger the level of condition or even trigger the transform. Like if you have like 5 mana on turn 4, you can play Gnar or Tinidactyl and they do the poison dart to trigger the Nexus damage. 3 Scissors are a way to defend against most opponents, obviously. Poke Sticks is one of our best ways to also trigger Nexus damage and trigger the Sejuani skill. Troll Shot to save our units. Wonder is pretty good because it can give you access to the stances, and you can sometimes use the Ram stance to be able to trigger Nexus damage and trigger your transforms. 2 Ice Shards I think is important. So a lot of other lists that I have seen running Sejuani and Gnar are only running the Poke Sticks. I think you need another way to trigger the Sejuani level up ability on the stack. And Asher gives you that access, right? And it's also really nice because Asher can just also clear a lot of the opponent's board sometimes. I do like one stuns, one of the Wallop. I might go to 2. I think the Wallop is actually a super crazy good card. I was a little bit wrong about it when I first reacted to this card on the card reveals because it can save you from a lot of positions. Obviously, Gnar, Tinidactyl, and Sejuani are kind of like your key cards here. Like this puts a lot of value. It's also quickly levels up Sejuani. Gnar is just a value engine, and Sejuani is a way to lock down the opponent. The Mammoth Shaman is another great alternate win condition, right? So you kind of can naturally transform the Shaman here because you have a lot of like Nexus pings that you do usually while just playing this deck regularly. So it's very likely that the Shaman gets activated and is able to just drop down in the field and start putting a lot of pressure to the opponent. Something that the opponent has to react to. And then lastly, we do play 2 Burying Ice. I think the Gnar Trundle Timelines deck has kind of shown us how strong this card can be. Now, while we don't have the 8 That Stairs combo here, the Burying Ice still allows us to remove most of the opponent's blockers and be able to just push all this damage that we have. Because a lot of times we end up with a pretty wide board. But yeah, so this is how the deck is. It's just a random pile of Bundle City and Freljord cards that might seem like doesn't make sense yet. But you'll see in the games coming up how they kind of all come together to allow you to win and outvalue your opponent. So yeah, again, if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to subscribe below. It really helps me out a lot, and I'll see you all at the end of the video. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Quackle playing the Tristana Face Form deck. It's gonna be pretty good for him now because we don't really have a lot of great ways to deal with Tristana. We might have to actually keep the freeze just to be able to deal with her. Getting rid of the Gnar might be a little bit trolly. Let's get rid of the whole hand. Let's see if we can get more early units. Stone Stackers is not bad. Trojan is better. Probably needed to keep the 3 Sisters though, but I'm hoping that we just draw into the 3 Sisters later on. Yeah, so we'll just do the Stone Stackers here. You obviously could have Gleaming Lantern here, or Mayor or something like that. It's the Gleaming Lantern. I like the Conchologist so that we could potentially get something here. That's a little bit better. Rogue Griffin is huge. This is also pretty big though, right? Because he allows us to kill the Tristana. You can just summon the Tinidactyl next turn like it is and go from there. So now here's... The good thing for us is that, yeah, he's getting the value from the Gleaming Lantern, but he doesn't have Tristana or the Grandfather Fae in his... Okay, wow. Well, I guess I spoke too soon there, huh? And now he has the Hungry Owlcat. That's going to be able to go to 3 HP. the blast conceding. He's only done 3 regions, right? So he doesn't have access to Yodeling Arms just yet. So no Yodeling Arms just yet, which I think is okay. I'm thinking if the Akshan was actually better this turn. Might have been better this turn. I think that calling the call is going to be super crucial though later on. We could get good trades here. Okay, I mean I'll just take this. Yeah, I'll take the 3 damage, but I don't mind blocking the Hungry Owlcat. Obviously you'll be able to just kill the. That's annoying, right? Because we don't want this to die. But if we save it here, then this is still losing to a second Buster Shot. But if he uses a second Buster Shot, he's gonna be getting he's gonna be getting slowed down a lot. I think we just need to try to level up Sejuani. If he does like this, we can even do the Ice Shard to kill the Gleaming Lantern and kill the Looping Telescope. So we can do the Ice Shard in response to like a Yodeling Arms, right? But he still doesn't have Yodeling Arms triggered. Let's get the Mayor. So Mayor should let him get something that could potentially trigger the Yodeling Arms, but we have double Ice Shard is going to lose to a Ranger's Resolve though. So we do need to be careful about Ranger's Resolve being the punish. We could actually do the Sejuani as well. Still needs to summon 1 more unit before he can do the Yodeling Arms though, right? Because I would like to keep the Ice Shard as a way to trigger. So if he's doing this, is he trying to tell me that he has Rally? Has to be Rally play, right? Like, there's no way for you to open attack unless you have the Rally. Oh, does the Mecha... The Mecha is a little bit annoying. Because he's going to buff everything by 2. We could just Entomb it right now. By the time he comes back in, we'll have Sejuani available. But if we Entomb it, we won't have like the Mammoth Rager. If we do Sejuani right here, we can get one of those guys for free. We'll also double Ice Shard like we talked about. The double Ice Shard gets punished by so many things. Because this is going to give +2 to everything. He tapped out a Rally though, right? So I think I'm okay doing this. And just trading. He has triggered the Yodeling Arms now. As long as we have the Pterodactyl on the field, we'll be able to trigger the Sejuani level up. I think we'll trade with the Gleaming Lantern or trade with the Seedling. Or even the Grandfather Pay. We have the Mammoth. Because if he attacks the Mega Caster, we can just get a free kill on the Mega Caster with the Pterodactyl. Right? So we'll do it like this. I guess this puts the Sejuani in jeopardy though, right? Because now Sejuani could potentially just lose to a... So we probably actually don't want to put the Sejuani in jeopardy. Because if we lose Sejuani, don't we just lose the game? I think we do it like this. Still think we need to kill the Gleaming Lantern though. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have another Buster Shot. He could have Sharp Sight here. Or just Ranger's Resolve. Okay, so at least we got rid of the Ranger's Resolve, meaning we don't have to worry about it. When we tried to do the Ice Shard plates that we were talking about. So Yuani could literally just die here though, because he just has the Poke Stick, okay. So at least we have the double Ice Shard play that we talked about. And he just spent 1 Ranger's Resolve here. And he's even committing more stuff. It's the question is, can we ever tap out of being able to do the double ice shard? Maybe we cannot. Maybe we actually never can. So we can probably never tap out of being able to do double ice shard. What we can do here is... Problem is, we can do one ice shard, right? Which is gonna clear part of his board. We're able to summon some blockers at least. We can kill one of his units with the cutting the coal. We're down to 3 HP. Second ice shard pushes us to 2 HP. 2, 4, 7. Yeah, so we can do the stone stacker and we can kill the Gnar by doing the cutting the coal. Not only that, but now we have the last ice shard to be able to kill something else that he might have. So we have the last ice shard to potentially kill whatever else, right? What if we just do it now? What if we just do it now? Play around him drawing another Ranger's Resolve. So now he has 2 cards. We still have access to 3 Sisters. We just pass? He shouldn't have a way to beat us now, right? Because we just attack with everything and just win. Whew! The double ice shard saved the game. It was close. And I figured that, you know, having Sejuani die was going to be very risky, but he ended up working out for us, so GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Akshan Sivir, and we're going against Bitter, who's a really, really good player. So, Sejuani's a little bit too early. The stun is actually not bad. The stun is not bad. We do run just single stun, and the Trollshan can be really good against the combat tricks. I think maybe we want to get the stun back another time though. Okay, Shaman is a little bit too greedy this early on. We want to see if we can get the Teeny Dactyl or the Gnar by the time this thing triggers. I'm willing to just do this. Obviously, he's always blocking here. This is a pretty good blocker against his action. If he has action on turn 2. And we got the Teeny Dactyl. So we can summon the Teeny Dactyl on turn 4 right after the Scrappy Run triggers. Because the way that it works is that I'm going to block it. I don't want him to get value out of that twice. So I'm actually going to block it. Like I said, what we're going to do is that we're going to do Teeny Dactyl next turn to trigger the Teeny Dactyl. Because what's going to happen is the Scrappy Run is going to trigger the Teeny Dactyl skill right away. And we have Trollshan to save it. We can also do Gnar instead, but I think it's actually better. I think it's 100% better to do Teeny Dactyl here. Now the problem here is that we lose to... Okay, that's a little bit annoying. We will have to take that 6 damage. I think there's no point on... Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, we had 3 health, guys. I'm so dumb. We only had 3 health. We needed to commit a Trollshan deck. So unfortunately, I misplayed. Misplayed because I needed to commit the Trollshan there. Oh, wow, wait. For some reason, I thought he had 4 health. I'm so dumb. For some reason, I actually thought he had 4 health. You do the Pokey Stick here. So we level up the Gnar and trigger the Sejuani spell. I mean, sorry, the Sejuani skill. He does the Sivir. We can freeze the Sivir. We also give the Sivir vulnerable, so he lets us get the Sivir vulnerable for some reason. I can't believe I made that dumb misplay. So that's something that I've been talking about, like on stream. How like, that's 11 damage that we're gonna be taking just because of that. By the way, that's something I've been talking about on stream before. How like I tend to make misplays like that make no sense. So here's the problem, right? If he has the rally. If he has the rally, we need to have the Trollshans. If he has the rally, we still need to be able to freeze this somehow. I guess if he has the rally, it doesn't matter, right? If he has the rally, we at least make sure that we freeze the Sivir right here. If he has the rally, he won't be able to actually drag with that guy, so I'm okay with this. You can go ahead and do this. Try to kill a Sivir with the quick attack. We get the Sejuani to still trigger. Let's do the Mammoth Shaman. Problem is that he is able to go super wide versus us. We do have freezes and troll shants, which is pretty nice. And he even gives us a nice troll shant value right here. So he shouldn't have a way to kill this unless he has like double sharp side, which he doesn't because he only has one card. So we even get the action for free now. We can summon the Bolting Wanderer here. And we even have the stun as a backup now. So yeah, he can go wide because of discards. But it's not going to be wide enough. The Wallop is pretty nice. I guess if he commits this... The funny thing is that he has to commit this to be able to take advantage of the Fleet Feather tracker, because otherwise I can do the stand swap, which also triggers the Sejuani to almost level up. Gonna do it like this. So if he's gonna do it like this, interesting. I think I'm okay passing. If he commits, okay, he's not gonna commit it. Okay. Obviously, he's doing it this way so that we're forced to have to commit one of our spells right here. And obviously, all we have to do is just do this. Because he hasn't leveled the Sivir, or he hasn't leveled the Akshan either. So we can do the Troll Shan. If he tries to buff the Brightsteel Protector, we have the freeze. And now he doesn't have any way to buff her, right? Actually, we can just stun her. We can just stun her. And then we still have the second Troll Shan if he tries to kill one of our other units. Alright, so I'm surprised we're actually winning, even through that misplay. So that was a big misplay that we had. Where we didn't get the Teeny Dactyl trigger. But I guess he allowed the Gnar to survive, and then he gave us the access to the Troll Shan anyways. But yeah, GG's. Don't make the misplay that I did. Remember that Teeny Dactyl has 3 health and not 4. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Pantheon Yuumi. So we do have freezes, which might allow us to be able to kill him. And we also can kind of go wide, to be honest. Teeny Dactyl might be a little bit too greedy, though. I think keeping the 3 sisters right now is also great. I think I just want my units. Okay. Very Nice is actually really funny as well. Very Nice can actually finish the game versus them. So here, this is what we wanted. We wanted the Chemist, because I think what we're trying to do here is that we're going to try to go wide. And he also doesn't look like he has the 1-drop, so that's good for us. I think we'll go ahead and do the Stone Stacker, just to punish him if he doesn't have the goat. If he has the goat, then obviously this gets punished. If he doesn't, then we push 5 damage. Nice. And next turn we can do the Oncologist and a second Chemist, and we have a pretty wide board. Now he gets a Saga Seeker, just a little bit too late, unfortunately for you, my friend. We can do the Entrapment. Yeah, we can probably... The Entrapment is probably the best card here, right? Because he also is going to push a lot of caps, puff caps in their deck. Yeah, he's going to commit this right now, which is fine. Next time we just got to go wide. Again, at this point, all we're trying to do is just burn him down. So we're doing 1 damage here plus what? Okay, he drew the go, which is a little unfortunate. Could potentially save it because we do have the Troll Shan. I think we attack because we don't want him to summon the Pantheon. So we could at least save something here, right? Because of the Troll Shan. That we could save the Stone Stacker if we wanted to. Gonna do it like that. Interesting. So we could save both units now. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it because it lets us to still go wide next turn. So we still did the 5 damage. We still keep our Stone Stacker alive, and we can still go super wide. And at any time we can do the Very Nice to clear his whole board. Okay, that's fine. We carry about units or spells at this point. kind of like the idea of spells. Like the sharp side is pretty good, right? I would prefer putting in something like single combat. But I guess we'll just do it on the sharp side. He put 9, which means that we know that he doesn't have a sharp side in his hand. It's pretty good. Again, next time we can do the very nice. We'll have exactly 9 mana if we summon the Bolting Wanderer right here. It will just take all this damage. I guess he could have the rally, bro, right? Could have the rally. If he has the rally, how big of a punish is that? I think I let him have it. If he has the rally, I think I let him have it. We still just block 2. Okay, he doesn't do the rally. So again, here we can just do the very nice and attack with our super wide board. He also gets rid of the Yuumi, by the way. And this at least stops us from dying next turn. Because none of his units have Overwhelm anyways. I guess Pantheon will still be a threat. Single combats. Like I wish with the entrapment that we have hit the single combat instead. Yuumi. Okay, the second Yuumi is actually pretty good. Doesn't have single combat. I guess he could have like a Pantheon here. By the way, yeah, he loses the Yuumi because of the Obliterate. We still push 7 damage here. So he'll be down to 1. So the moment that he draws a Sharp Sight, or if we draw a Pokey Stick, then he loses. Or Ice Shard as well. Oh, he had the 3rd Yuumi in his hand. Wow, so he had 3 Yuumis in his hand with that one. You need to kill this guy, my man, because otherwise you die to the impact. Hush. I still think you need to kill it. So now he's down to just having... I guess he'll have the blockers back. But look at that. We get the Sejuani back as well. We'll summon the Gnar right here. Because he gives us access to a Pokey Stick. And we also have the Impact trigger. And then next time we can also do the Sejuani. But yeah, GG's. Ooh. A lot of pressure because of how this deck functions that we can put in something like Pantheon. So in this matchup, we'll be playing against Lulu Ahri. So you guys might have seen my video yesterday where we trying to showcase this deck. Kind of like the Pokey Stick, to be honest, against them. The Stone Stacker is a really great blocker. Because the Pokey Stick is nice because of the Boom Baboon. Maybe the Touch Speaker was greedy though, right? I think the Touch Speaker was a little bit greedy. I guess he allows us to potentially trigger like the Sejuani level up. What to do? Yeah, the Touch Speaker was really greedy. I regret that keep. Everything else, okay, we got rewarded. We got the Chemist on 1 anyways. So we could potentially either do 1 damage here or the opponent has to... Okay, we do 2 damage here, so... It's kind of like a race. So opponent needs to be careful that he doesn't get too low too fast. Oh yeah, this is huge. Now this even stops the Ahri from being able to attack right here. Okay, he ends up killing the Inventus Chemist. I mean, that's fine. I like the second Stun Stackers. Even if he has the Lulu, he's still gonna have to block with the Lulu, bringing her down to 1 HP, allowing me to do the Pokey Stick. He's obviously not gonna block with the Ahri. Still pushed a lot of damage. He's down to 12 now. We have this Overwhelm guy. They don't play like... Usually their deck don't play like stuns and stuff. And even Sejuani is about to trigger. Oh wow, he got 2 Portal Cannons, huh? The problem here is that he could just have Twin, which would be a little bit annoying. I guess we don't have to commit the Pokey Stick. We can just kill the Lulu for free. I think it's fine too. We can save the Pokey Stick to trigger the freeze whenever we need to. Because the problem with this deck is that it doesn't have a lot of great ways to trigger the freeze. So now Sejuani is almost leveled up, right? Actually, she's gonna be leveled up by the time she comes out into the field. I forgot that we actually didn't need to do that because we had already triggered the Scrappy Bomb. So as long as we have Sejuani in the field, I like doing this. I like doing this. Oh, he's gonna just get his value here. All right. So that ends up working out for him because he stops. I mean, Sejuani still doesn't level up, actually. We need to actually get something here. A second Poké Stick is huge. Second Poké Stick is probably the best thing we could have gotten here. If he lets us develop Sejuani, then he loses. Okay, the second Oncologist is huge because it probably means that now he doesn't have enough blockers. I kind of like the stun. Problem actually is that we just tapped out of mana to be able to for the Sejuani to do anything. We need to be careful about him having the burn. So the stun instead of being working out pretty good, because he allows us to stun and then summon Sejuani. We can get this guy for free by stunning we got down to 6 though. We just do it like this. But then we lose a lot of our units. I think it has to be like this, unfortunately. So it has to be like this. We do still lose to like a deny or an amplify here. But this at least puts us at 8 instead of us being at 6 and dying to double get excited, right? He has the twin, so that means that he is trying to just kill us with the burn now. Okay, so the fact that he did that like that means that he has the burn. So he probably has Get Excited in his hand, plus maybe like a Mystic or something. I guess at this point then, we just have to try to go for the win. The problem with the Teeny Dactyl actually is that... So we have to just try to go for the Overwhelm, right? I think at this point we just go for the Overwhelm, and if he has the Get Excited plus the Mystic Shot or double Get Excited, then we just lose. Like, there's nothing that we can do against it. Okay, he's gonna be challenger in this, but this still has impact, and we still have the Overwhelm. I think we still go ahead. We obviously attack like this, that way the Sejuani doesn't take any damage. It's because the Imp is gonna trigger. The problem here is that he'll still be at 3 HP. We can only do enough for 1 more damage. 2 damage with the Pterodactyl, so he'll be at 1. And the problem is that the Sejuani skill is going to trigger right away at the beginning of the turn. Meaning that he'll actually be able to buff something out of the range of the Sejuani. As long as he only has 1 elusive though, we're going to be okay. We have the freeze here. I have a hunch that he doesn't have deny. But I think the freeze has to be better, right? Because he already used... He used 1 suit up. He could have the 2nd suit up. If we have Entomb, Entomb loses to the deny. If we freeze, the freeze loses to like a... I'm gonna do the Entomb. So this way we only lose... So the only thing that we lose here is going to be the deny. Instead of losing to suit up or okay, he had the burn anyway. So he's kind of slow rolling us. So he ended up joining the top deck, right? Okay. We could have also just passed and done the Conchologist. We could have passed and done the Conchologist, right? Because then if we had a piece of burn, it means that he loses. No, because we lose. If we pass and we do Conchologist, we always lose anyway. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Draven Rumble. Now, we do have quite a few freezes, and we have enough blockers to potentially be able to win this matchup. But it can get really annoying, especially because we didn't get a great hand. I think the Trojan is good keeping because it can be a good way to win some trades early. We don't have a fearsome blocker, so we might have been taking a little bit too much damage early on. We have the combo with the Chemist and the Gnar and the Pterodactyl. I think I'm always willing to take this. The fact that he discarded the Get Excited tells me that he probably doesn't have the fearsome guy, by the way. So I think I'm always willing to take that. And just do the Chemist here. And we can even do Conchologist next turn. I like the Tail Speaker now instead. Because we can still attack into the Poro here. It does damage to ourselves, unfortunately. And then we just attack with both. And yeah, he blocks like this. I mean, if he's blocking with everything, I'm okay with that. I guess Rumble is a problem, right? Because he gets a lot of value from Rumble here. But we can give the Rumble the vulnerable. Yeah, it's going to suck because we're going to take, what? 7 damage from the Rumble? There it is. Yeah, it has to be this. We'll take the 6 damage from the Rumble. And we just go for the kill here on it. Because obviously this levels up because of the Scrappy one triggering it. Now the problem is that he could have like the I think we always go for it. He could have the Willing Death. Doesn't look like he does. So now we can play the Pterodactyl as well. And now we're doing 1 damage every turn. Now he is able to do the Ballistic Bot. We have good blockers into almost everything here. I guess we'll take 2 damage, 3 if he does the Ignition. Don't think I agree with him doing the Ignition there. We even get the stun now. The stun is really good, right? The stun is probably the best thing there because he lets us stop another Rumble. Not levels up anyways. So we have enough mana to do Trojan plus the Wallop. So we just have to keep 5 mana and we win the game here. Because another Rumble doesn't kill us. And we're still doing more damage. We're doing all this impact damage and all this Overwhelm damage. We can even do the Sejuani right here to trigger something else. And now Sejuani is also leveled up. Let's just get the Overwhelm damage, right? Yeah, we might as well just get the Overwhelm damage through. Because we can just boost Sejuani and freeze everything else. And that's it. Sejuani is also leveled up. And the Pterodactyl is going to freeze his whole board every single turn. And that's game. Whew, easy. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against... Okay, so it's just going to be 6 Gnar straight up burn aggro. I think we should be pretty good into this matchup, right? We have plenty of ways to get value out of this. Maybe the double Pokestick's a little bit too greedy though. I think keeping Gnar is not bad. I think maybe we want to get our units. I want to keep the Poison Dart because he allows us to kill one of his 1 health units right here. Right, so if he does like any of the 1-drops, we can kill it with Poison Dart. And then next time we summon the Stone Stacker, this is Saboteur that we talked about. We do the Poison Dart, we kill it. And we just trade it 1 for 1 while killing one of his big stuff. Then we do the Stone Stacker, and we also have Aisha available. Stone Stack, even if he has his own Stone Stackers, I think we still attack him with ours. Yeah, that's fine. Just means we have to... it enables a Sejuani, and it just means that we can just block with his next turn. I mean, block with ours next turn. The problem is 6, right? 6 does mean that we're not going to be able to kill the 6. Ooh, so he can just go super wide here, unfortunately for us. Is the Aisha the play? I'm gonna block like this. We can always Aisha the rest of his board. as we need to. Or just Pokey Stick right here. So I'm gonna see what he does here first. You have the freeze to be able to kill everything else that he has. Yeah, let's get a free Pokey Stick while we can. Oh, we have Torsion, so Torsion is even better. Unfortunately, we won't be leveling up the Gnar, which I think is okay. I think I'm fine just going for the Pokey Stick instead. Because we have the Torsion. We kill his Gnar, get another Pokey Stick. Or I guess we don't get another Pokey Stick. We'll reduce this one by 1. I want to be able to see what he has first before we do anything else here. Because he's gonna do this, and then we can just do the freeze on the Gnar, right? So now his Gnar doesn't even get. So we wasted the Fervor, and his Gnar doesn't even get the Pokey Stick anymore. So now he lost the value of the Pokey Stick. Yeah, shouldn't have anything else there that can kill us. Ooh, close. Does get the freaking Conchologist though, which is pretty annoying. We have 2 ways to play this. We can play for the Teeny-Dactyl or play for the Mammoth Shaman. I think playing for the Teeny-Dactyl is slightly better. Because we can just draw right here. Try to see if we can draw something else. Cool. I mean, you kill the Gnar. I guess it's a little bit annoying that he kills the Gnar. We'll just trigger the Teeny-Dactyl and then do the Shaman next turn. 6. It's a good blocker for 6. We can do the Troll Chant to also have the Conchologist do 0 damage. And then we do the Shaman and we should be able to win. I think I like the Shaman here. Even if he's able to go wide, I think the Shaman... my guess is that the rest of his hand is going to be stuff like Burn. We even have a Pokey Stick here. So... we can just Pokey Stick this, right? Just go down to 10. If he has other stuff to kill these guys, I think that's okay with that. He has to choose whether killing the Pterodactyl or killing the Shaman. And not kill them both. Yeah, he just has his own Pterodactyl. Problem that he's gonna have though is that our guy is gonna get pretty big here. And we can also just go super wide, no? I like the idea of just going super wide. Yeah, we can even give our Pterodactyl Overwhelm. Bait him into like blocking this. And then we have the Troll Chant to save it. It's gonna get baited into blocking this with one of the other units. Like he's losing a lot of damage to the Overwhelm, right? Like he has to block. And then he just goes down to 2, and I guess we won't be able to save the Pterodactyl anymore like this. But then he's just losing anyways to double Ice Shard because he's losing his whole Pterodactyl, so he's not gonna have any value. Like he just loses to the Mammoth Rager. If he sacrifices his Pterodactyl, he's gonna lose anyways. And he decides to do it. Alright. It should be nothing that he has in his deck that could do the 7 damage before we can just finish the game, right? Because we even have the Bearing Ice to get rid of like anything that he might have right here. Because he could have like Fervor and Decimate, but he doesn't have any units on the board to be able to do a Fervor on. So even if he, like, as long as we open attack next turn, he just loses the game. Just, I don't know why the opponent is waiting so long. Like it's over. Look at that. A game where Shaman just kind of carried us in the end, huh? So that's the good thing about the Shaman, right? Like he can get so, like he can be such a good finisher in a type of deck like this that you're already hitting the Nexus multiple times because of Sejuani. That you can just play as like, you can just play 2 off, right? Like you don't have to focus on actually leveling up the Shaman. But because you have stuff that damages the Nexus like Pterodactyl, and obviously like all your other pings, like, or even the chemists, you like pretty much naturally trigger his transform. But yeah, pretty sure the opponent, they just surrender, so we can just wait. Yeah, opponent is just, I guess, stalling now. He probably just rage quit. So then we're just gonna open attack and call it a day. I hate when the spacebar does that. So the moment of rage becomes a 12 attack unit. We attack, and then we just have to wait. Okay, he finally surrendered. He finally just quit. I don't know what he expected us to do. Like, maybe he was trying to bait us, thinking that he quit, and then for us to like get greedy, right? But that was never gonna happen. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Scouts. Oh, interesting. Scouts are pretty good dead in the meta right now. I'm thinking though that we might have a good chance to beating them if we're able to like develop our stuff before they're able to stabilize. The Burying Ice is actually disgusting, no? Like, how does this deck beat the Burying Ice? We even have the thing to kill his... Oh, this is so good. This is so good right there. And as the moment that turn 6 shows up, we just Burying Ice and we're able to finish. We do the Stone Stacker, meaning that we're able to trigger the Sejuani no matter what. The Sculpture is a little bit annoying. He takes a 3 damage here. The Sculpture is a little bit annoying. We can trigger the Sejuani skill with the speaker right here. Yes, this is a little bit annoying though, right? Because he will be able to keep the Misfortune alive. And then we just do the Scrappy Bomb, and then we just do the Teeny Dactyl. I guess we gotta actually take that damage from Misfortune this turn. Wow, okay, so yeah, we just open attack with everything and trigger the Teeny Dactyl and call it a day. He's scared to block with Misfortune because then he puts it in range of like a Pokestick. Okay. Yeah, he gives us the Sculpture. Like I said, he's very scared of blocking with Misfortune. So now we just play the Teeny Dactyl. And we just, as long as we save our mana, we can do Burying Ice on his next turn, and we just win like that. Okay, so let's just do Troll Shan here. Like, he is going to do a lot of damage. I will give him that. Yeah. So we're just going to save this guy, I think. I mean, this girl. Let's just put it on the Queen. I guess he's never attacking with the Queen because he knows we can block here. He's never attacking with that one because he knows that we can block here. So I guess we just put it on this girl. Well, because if we do this, we lose this, right? So let's just do it like this. That way we don't even lose the chemist now, right? So now the chemist stays alive. Like I said, next turn what we're gonna do is just do Burying Ice. And he's gonna be almost dead at that point. Because he's taking so much damage. Decided to attack. So we can go ahead and block with the Stone Stackers. No need to put damage on our Pterodactyl. I guess we can do it two ways, right? We can just go super wide here. No, I like this play. I like this play because he's just gonna lose. He's just gonna lose to all the impact, right? He won't. This guarantees that he won't be able to kill us next turn. No matter what he does here. Sharp side, he's gonna kill this, but it means he's sacrificing that. He's still going down to 1. And then we have the Chemist. Oh, actually, we can just win with the Bullpen Wonder. So he has no way to heal. So the Bullpen Wonder and just win the game.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
Yeah. Fine. Let's just win it this way. He has no way to stop this. Right? Because they don't play single combat usually. Be my guess. And that's game. Ooh, there we go. Nice, nice. And if I'm keeping track correctly, that is the game that takes us to Diamond 1. So a nice, very nice game, very nice game, and there we go, Diamond 1. So hopefully we should be hitting Masters this weekend. Probably we reach Masters on stream at Twitch September if you want to catch us there. So yeah, GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those games. As you saw, it's just a lot of value that you can get for a lot of these cards. Obviously, you know, you're playing Bando City, so what did you expect? It's just shouldn't be Bando City, it should be Value City. Anyways, that was a horrible joke, by the way. So again, really fun deck. I think it's actually a super strong deck. As you saw, we got to Diamond 1 with it, so I might even try to push the Masters with this deck on stream later on Saturday. Aside from that, again, I guess in terms of mulligan tips, you always want to keep your Chemist. If you can keep your Chemist and your Teeny Dactyl and your Gnar at the same time, that's pretty nice. If you're going against stuff that you know wants to play something that has 1 health on turn 1, you can keep your Poison Dart. A Stone Stacker is really good to keep in your mulligan as well a Touch Speaker. So yeah, usually it's Chemist, Speaker, Wonder, and sometimes Gnar and Teeny Dactyl that you're gonna keep in your mulligan. So you know, just some little advice there. But that's it for this deck breakdown. If you like the content, please remember to subscribe below. It really helps me out a lot. You can also catch us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where again, like I mentioned, might try to hit Masters tomorrow Saturday. I guess tomorrow Sunday, because by the time this video comes out, it's already gonna be Saturday. And then you can also find us on Discord and Twitter, which are both in the description below. See you next time.